everybody. Welcome back to SFF180. Thomas here, your host as always. Thank you so much for joining me. As you can see, I'm back on Earth, although I'm not exactly back in my office, as you might have noticed. I'm actually spending a couple of days in Austin for the weekend, so I was just going to record this for you guys from my hotel room. Not the most beautiful composition in the world, but I guess I'll live with it. Anyway, this is just going to be a quick set of updates about Space Opera September. All right, first off, all of the thank yous are due to all of you who are participating. It's been great watching the Discord absolutely light up. I'm going to be honest with you. I had no idea how any of this was going to go over this year, coming up with the challenges for season 2. This whole idea of having people pair up together, I had no idea how that would fly. I was absolutely terrified it would tank. But you guys are going for it. You guys are really getting into the whole book battles and book buddies idea, and it's been delightful to see. You're teaming up like crazy. I especially have enjoyed watching the people on the Discord who are really getting into character about it, getting into the whole Rebels versus Federation thing. That's just been great. So yeah, keep it up. And I hope all of you get some great reading out of this. Anyway, okay, as for my own TBRs for SOS this year, I still haven't figured out what my complete trilogy or duology is going to be yet. I'm gonna reread the Foundation trilogy in preparation for the television show because I'm planning a video comparing book to show, but I don't think I'm actually gonna count that as part of my SOS reading. So I'm still thinking, in terms of that category. But as for my battles and my buddies, my book battle is going to be against Rachel from Shades of Orange this year. She has challenged me to read Ancestral Night by Elizabeth Bear, and that is very much a catch-up title that I've been needing to get to, so that's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to that. Going to start that smack dab on September 1st. And I have challenged her in turn to read Do You Dream of Terra 2 by Temi O. So I really hope she enjoys that. Now, as for my book buddies participation, I'm getting together with user No Wheat on Discord. They wanted to read Down Below Station by C.J. Sherry, Hugo-winning classic from the 80s. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a good one to do. Because, for one thing, it is a title that I need to read from my Reading the Hugo series anyway. And as far as the Reading the Hugo series, by the way, I know that there has not been a new episode of that in forever, and I'm really sorry about that. I want to get back into those. Scott wants to do some more with me, Scott Lynch, and so I'm that's been a thing I've been putting off for a long time, and it's time to get back into it. But one thing I've been wanting to do with the Reading the Hugo series is instead of being strictly chronological with it, like just going year by year by year in order, I've been thinking about mixing it up a bit, bouncing around, like, I'll do another episode from the 1950s, and then maybe I'll cut ahead to the 80s, and then maybe go back to the 70s or up to the 90s or the 2000s, and then back to the 60s, right? Try to, make it a little unpredictable, a little fun that way. That seems to be more interesting and much more of a fun way to do it than just year by year by year by year. And so, so that I decided Down Below Station would be great because I haven't read that book, to be honest with you, since I was like a young teenager. And so, forever ago, in a practical sense, it's as if I've never read the book. So, it's a good choice. So those are the two in my TBR that I know of for SOS, and later on, maybe I'll decide, if I have time for a duology or a trilogy or something, what those will be. Also, for those of you who use Storygraph, okay, this is a new kind of book users app that some people are gravitating towards, who are kind of people who are tired of Goodreads. I really have a lot of grievances against Goodreads myself. This is not the place to go into those. But I have a Storygraph account myself. I've signed up to it, but I've never really used the app. I still, I just haven't sat down and learned how to use it yet. But user RavenLily on Storygraph she has added SOS to that app now. So I will leave those links below in the description. Thank you so much, RavenLily, for doing that. That's really awesome of you. Like I said, I really should just sit down and take a little time with Storygraph and figure out how the heck it works. All right, the mailbag will return to the channel on Monday. A whole lot of cool new e-arcs that I'm very eager to get to, and reviews will also start returning to the channel next week as well. I've been very lax on new content in that regard, mainly because I've been, I spent the last couple of weeks working on the SOS videos, and that was richly rewarding to do. So thanks to Matt Olson and everybody else who worked with me, Bree and and Caitlin and everyone who worked with me on that. So a whole bunch of people have come together to make Space Opera September what it is. It's not just me, sitting here. So kudos to all of them. They deserve all of your praise and your thanks as well. All right, so that's all. And so until I see all of you next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, and happy reading.